It's Epic Tetsu, and today in Tower of God, New World, we're going to talk about SR characters and upgrades and who might be worth it.
Yo, I'm Diddy Concho. Everyone's crazy about me.
So, yeah, everybody's crazy about him. Or at least that's what he says. So one of the characters that stood out to me automatically was what I like to call the Theo Von of anime.
I'm Diddy Concho. Everyone's crazy about me.
And as he keeps telling us, everybody's crazy about him. Well, are we crazy about him? And why would we be crazy about him? So, let's go ahead and look into his skills.
Yo, I'm Diddy
And he's going to
Concho.
keep talking, so
Everyone's
sorry
crazy
about that.
me.
But the first thing to notice is with his special move, the enemy with the lowest HP in a straight line, he does this piercing thing and deals 600% of his attack as damage to all enemies in the path and knocks them back.
I'm Diddy Concho.
This
Everyone's
continues
crazy about me.
to grow as he grows and as you up his skills, limit break him, etc. So that's already a really good special move. But this is what is interesting to me, is like looking at the poison and the bleeding effects in this game. And I think this could be a really good unit to upgrade to an SSR, just for like this fact of the whole straight line thing, and he deals like the damage. A lot of his things are about that. But he also does this thing where he makes them bleed for 3 seconds. And even though 3 seconds doesn't sound like a lot, the bleeding target takes damage, 125% of his attack is damage every second. And of course this keeps going up. You'll see that's 300% now and 150% at level 3.
Everyone's crazy about me.
So this skill is interesting because he teleports behind the enemy to deal a massive amount of damage and then knocks him back. So he has bleed and he has knockback. And then if you look over here, he has this fighting spirit thing which allows him to ignore damage that is 50%, half of his max HP or below, one time. And it has a cooldown, and that cooldown keeps going down. So could this unit actually be really good and really worth upgrading as an SSR unit? Honestly, I think so. Now the thing is when you want to enhance and upgrade these units, you'll see here that they have to reach proficiency level 6.
I'm Diddy Concho. Everyone's crazy
So
about
what that
me.
means is that you can't enhance his grade until, you up his stats, which you can see doesn't cost too much.
I'm Diddy Concho. Everyone's crazy
So I'm
about me.
considering doing that with him. But here's the thing, is like to get the most use out of him, he's going to need some limit breaks before he's actually going to be probably pretty decent on your team, especially depending on what floor you're on. But as you know, you can be behind in combat power and still, have a good team and a good strategy and do a lot of damage. So that is my probably most prioritized SR unit I've looked at so far that I just keep coming back to, and I try to look at other people and I'm just like, man, he's the guy. So he's the main guy in my mind. Another one we'll cover real quick, and that'll be it for today's video until I've looked at more and thought more about it, is, let's look at these skills here. Okay, so increasing, his attack speed by like the amount of 40 or 48, when you level it up for 8 seconds, seems like, okay, maybe that's useful. So let's look at his other stuff. Throws a javelin, deals 300% of attack as damage, locking them for 2 seconds. So they get kind of stun locked for 2 seconds. 2 seconds isn't much, but it can make a world of difference, in any battle. So, okay skill. Now, this is where I keep looking at this guy, and I'm just like, is poison something that can be really strong in this game? And is that why certain skills like this are actually more or less in your SR and R characters as opposed to your like main, SSR pluses, etc.? Because I haven't seen a whole lot of that. So, the Venom to the tip, 10 seconds. Basic attacks to poison enemies for 10 seconds. Okay? So, poison enemies take 42% of the attack as damage every second. So, let's look at this real quick. The 10 seconds of basic attacks to poison enemies. What does this do? Increases his attack speed for 40 by 8 seconds. And then 48 and so on and so forth. Faster, more poison damage with the javelin, right? Because he's going to be like, bam, 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 I'm attacking you and causing poison damage. Okay? So, interesting unit. He increases his own attack with that skill. So, I think this guy has potential, but I'm just not 100% sure yet. So that would be the other one I've been looking at. So that's going to do it for today's video. Like I said, you know, Theo Von of Anime of Tower of God New World.
Yo, I'm
Daddy Concho.
Everyone's crazy about me.
I would look into definitely, if you're looking at trying to upgrade a unit, that would probably be the first SR. Like I said, I've looked at him so many times and I just don't see anybody else really going after immediately except for him. And then, like I said, our poison guy over here. I want to look at some more SR and R characters, and then I may make another video later. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You guys remember to be well, be epic, take care.